you get a pullback possibly. Now, when it comes to the pullback, because as you can see, this just boom, bled right through. We come over here to this level, and I showed this in a previous video earlier. This exact play, watch the YouTube video that I showed earlier. I showed this lower low. Then it created an area of interest, and the reason why is because right here at this candle, we would expect this to go down to create, because this was really a lower high right here. We would expect this to go down and create a lower low after price created a lower high. Just like price created a lower high here and created a lower low, this was a lower high. This high right here was lower than this high right here. Okay, so if that's true, then this low right here should be lower than this low right here. Just like this one is. This low is lower than this low. I mean, excuse me, this low is lower than the previous low. So this low should be lower than the but it's not. It's not, guys. And that is why we have an area of interest, because there is a deficiency in market structure, gang. Are you with me? And so the indicator does all this for you. You just need to understand what that means. And I'm explaining. And I said there was a deficiency in the market. There was a deficiency in the market because here you have a higher high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, but there was no lower low created. So that created a deficiency in market structure. This indicator has all this inside of it. So you're going to get the higher highs, the lower lows, the lower highs, all that. So once we notice that there was a deficiency in the market, we understand that the trend is getting ready to change. I teach this in Sniper FX Institute. So the people who are in my subscribers only, they know this. They know this. We understand that the trend is changing when we fail to create a lower low based off of market structure, right? And so we begin to surge up. We come here, price fails to create a lower low, so we surge up, right? Now, based off of this structure, the indicator throws an automatic Fibonacci, which gives us a pullback. So we actually could have, what Fibonacci does is it calculates this retracement. So if you get a strong impulse up, it automatically throws the fib. And these fib levels are retracement levels that you can use as entries. So strong impulse up, boom, you could take profit here. Then you get a retracement. When you get a retracement to one of these fib levels, you're actually looking for an entry. You're actually looking for an entry for this to continue up to the high, for this to make up for this fair value gap right here, this huge fair value gap. They need to make up for that. And so when we get a deficiency, we had a lower low, then we got a higher low, then we got another higher low here. So that means the trend has changed, guys. You understand market structure. Then we get a lower high because this high is lower than this high. So we got a lower high. We got an area of interest. Boom. We get an impulse up, and then we get a pull back to the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level, guys. And from there, we could begin to look for entries into the continuation. So we actually could have entered here off of this pullback, off of this Fibonacci pullback. And I'll show you this. I'll show you this right here. You see how we have this automatic Fibonacci? So the same thing happened right here. We had that pullback. We had a strong impulse. If you watch the previous video, I recommend you watch the previous video before you watch this one. It'll all come together and make sense. We had a strong impulse. Anytime you have a strong impulse, there's a correction and then a continuation. So we had that strong impulse. We had the correction. And then we actually had entry points right here based off of the fib. And then we had a continuation all the way up. And look how this played out. Let me get that out. Look how this played out. I explained that this was an entry point right here at this lower low because we had a cross right here. We had a cross right here. Our EMAs crossed right here. So I'll put another purple line at the cross right about there. And let me make sure. At this purple line, guys, we had a cross. And I could blow this up and this looks real nice, guys, so you can see that, right? Beautiful heat map. You see that? Beautiful. State-of-the-art stuff, guys. State-of-the-art. All right, I'm real proud about this heat map, guys. I worked really hard on this. So we had a cross right here. And from this cross, price continued to rise and rise and rise, gang. From this cross, price continued to rise and rise and rise, right? Based off our Fibonacci retracement here, I think it was like a 382 or a 236, and then boom, we were out of there. We had lower lows, higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then we had a lower low. That lower low created another deficiency in the market. Now we have a lower high. There's a deficiency here, and because of that deficiency, the indicator automatically throws this box with the area of interest. The area of interest is because of this market structure deficiency. That lets us know, okay, the trend is getting ready to change, gang. Now, if you look where we had this deficiency, the lower low, price came up and created a lower high. Instead of a higher high, it created a lower high. So this is pure market structure. And based off of that deficiency, right here in this area, our heat map through another cross. This is this cross, right? So you could have caught this little fake out right here, but it didn't create a higher high. So based off of this not creating, you see how all these create higher high, higher high, higher high. This created a lower high, not a higher high. So yeah, you would have got faked out, but if you would have understood market structure and say, yo, it didn't break the previous high, it created a lower high and started to sell, then you would have been able to determine that the real move is here at this cross. Okay? The real move is here at this cross because of this deficiency that we should notice based off of market structure, guys. Okay? You with me? So we had a lower high, a lower low, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. There was no higher low created. What happened to that pattern? It went straight to lower low. It broke the last level, right? So that's a deficiency. And so then we get a lower high. And shortly after, we did get a fake out. I will say that there was a fake out. So that could happen, guys, right? But I'm being fully transparent. Based off of market structure, if you didn't create a higher high, you need to catch that. We get a EMA cross right here of the 13 and the 50 EMA, and boom, once again, we get a sell-off. We get our sell-off from the red, and we're in the red area down here. And we're in the red area where this cross happens, so we get that sell-off. Boom. Down to a area of interest. Now, like I said, I know my chart's getting messy, but now, let me move some of this off of here. Now, we got that cross right here, and it brought us down. Mind you, all of these candles are the same color as the heat map, so you can literally follow the candles and understand where you are in the market. We got to sell all the way down. I mean, these are massive sells when it crosses from, let's just say, from here to here is a pretty big move on Nas 100. Would you say so? Now, we get into this area of interest, gang. And we just had a big impulse from this lower high all the way down. We had a big impulse. So, like I said, whenever you have a big impulse in the market, you have a retracement, you have a correction. And so whenever we have a big impulse, the indicator automatically throws the fib for you to catch the retracement if you want. Or if you don't want to catch the retracement, you can actually use these. You can catch it from here, from the demand zone, and try to catch it up to the supply. Or you could just wait and use these Fibonacci retracement levels as an entry back to the downside, especially if we fail to break this lower high. If we fail to break this lower high, this is going to stay bearish because that's how market structure works. So these Fibonacci levels are here to either gauge the retracement level. So you can use these as, okay, I'm going to just take it up to the 382. You can have an entry from this area of interest, take it up to the 382, to the 50. Or you could just wait till price gets to one of these levels and wait for a bounce and catch it to the downside to continue this trend. So obviously right here where we have this cross, we have another entry that we could have took. The heat map is going to always determine these entries. Well, it looks like an entry is about to happen. Yeah, that's a cross. That's definitely a cross to the upside. That's definitely a cross that's happening right now. So this will obviously give you the confluence you need to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to buy this market, right? From this area with hopes that you break this lower high and continue up. So we got a cross right there. So that could be a great entry to a move to the upside up to this daily high, right? We're in the blue territory. So that could be a great entry at that cross right there, right? But this is how this works, guys. And you have everything you need here. We got the daily high up here and the daily low down here. So we're trading within this range. We have lower lows, lower highs. We have market structure. We're using a stochastic to determine if price is oversold or overbought. We're using EMAs for entries. We got the Fibonacci for retracement. We got supply and demand in areas of interest. A couple of other themes here that I want to show you real quick. Go to here. Where are my themes at? I'll keep going to this one. Go to style. All right, here's our theme. So, oh, no, here's our theme. So I could go to theme 1 and it'll change that to a nice green and red color there. And then you'll see that same color inside of the candles. You'll see those green and red colors inside the candles, right? And then see, here's the red, right? When we get into the bearish, and then this is obviously overbought candles, and then you got your bearish candles and your bullish candles, right? So pretty cool with the colors. And then we also have another theme. I have another theme here that I really like that gives you this turquoise and purple, which is fire, gang. I really like this one. So this would be your bullish, and then the purple would be a bearish. And the heat map goes with it so that you can have confluence. So yeah, this is what we're working with, man. Something that's really going to help you visually see the moves, visually see price action, visually see oversold, overbought levels, visually see the fib, like visually see the market structure. Like it's all about seeing, what's going on and not just out here guessing like, oh, is this a lower high? Is that a lower? No, you're not guessing. You can see everything. So that's how I built this so it could be very convenient. Salute to the dream builders.